The command center of the UNSC Defiance hummed with tension as Anna Chen stared at the holographic display. 17 human colonies had fallen to the Kithrak swarm in the past 6 months. The insectoid predators had swept through the galaxy like a plague, consuming entire civilizations with terrifying efficiency. Every species they encountered had either submitted or been exterminated. "Commander Chen," Jackson Martinez called from the tactical station, his fingers dancing across the interface. The Kithrak fleet just dropped out of hyperspace. 60 capital ships, maybe 300 support vessels. They're heading straight for New Terra. Anna's jaw tightened. New Terra housed 8 million civilians, most of them refugees from conquered worlds. The Kithrak strategy was always the same. Overwhelming force, no negotiation, total annihilation. They had perfected this approach across dozens of star systems, facing species that folded quickly under their onslaught. But they hadn't truly fought humans yet. "How long until they reach orbit?" Anna asked. 43 minutes, Jackson replied. His dark eyes met hers, and she saw the same fire burning there that she felt in her chest. They'd both lost people to the Kithrak. Jackson's entire family had been on Terra Nova when it fell. "Good, that gives us time." Anna turned to the crew. "Initiate protocol chaos. All ships, prepare for asymmetric engagement." The Kithrak Queen Commander Jathik watched the human fleet with what passed for amusement among her kind. 23 primitive vessels against her armada. The humans had responded exactly as predicted, gathering their forces for a desperate, futile defense. Every species did this. Every species failed. Her mandibles clicked in satisfaction. After this conquest, only 12 more human worlds remained. Then the Kithrak would control this entire sector, and the Great Swarm would grow stronger still. "My queen," her tactical officer chittered. "The human vessels are scattering." Jathik's compound eyes focused on the display. Indeed, the human fleet was breaking formation, ships accelerating in seemingly random directions. Some dove toward the planet. Others fled toward the asteroid belt. A few charged directly at her fleet. "Cowardice," Jathik declared. "They panic. Pursue and destroy them all." But as her fleet split to chase the humans, something unexpected happened. Jackson's corvette, Relentless, screamed through the Kithrak formation at velocities that should have torn the ship apart. Behind him, 3 Kithrak destroyers gave chase, their plasma cannons lighting up the void. He grinned despite the sweat dripping down his face. "Come on, you bastards," he muttered, watching his rear sensors. Just a little closer. When the Kithrak ships crossed the invisible threshold he'd been waiting for, Jackson triggered the mines his ship had been dropping. Not conventional explosives, something far more creative. The electromagnetic pulse mines detonated in sequence, creating a cascading field that fried the Kithrak ship's organic neural networks. 3 enemy destroyers went dark, drifting helplessly. "Relentless to defiance," Jackson reported. "Mousetrap 3 successful. 3 enemy vessels disabled." All across the battlefield, similar scenarios played out. Human ships didn't fight the way the Kithrak expected. They didn't line up for honorable combat. They used the asteroid belt as cover, hiding fusion missiles inside hollowed-out rocks. They hacked enemy communications, sending false orders. They rammed damaged ships into enemy formations before self-destructing. They fought dirty. They fought smart. They fought human. Anna watched the tactical display with grim satisfaction. The Kithrak had superior numbers and firepower, but they were used to enemies who fought conventionally. The 17 species they'd conquered had all tried to match the swarm's strength with strength. Humans understood that strength wasn't everything. Humans had spent millennia perfecting the art of killing things bigger and stronger than themselves. "Commander," her communications officer called. "We're receiving a transmission from the Kithrak flagship. The Queen Commander wants to negotiate." Anna almost laughed. 20 minutes into the battle, and the unstoppable swarm wanted to talk. She glanced at the casualty reports. 14 Kithrak capital ships destroyed or disabled, at the cost of 3 human vessels. The calculus was simple. If this continued, the Kithrak would lose. "Put her through," Anna ordered. Queen Commander Jathik's image appeared. Her alien features twisted in what might have been confusion or rage. "Humans," she hissed. "You fight without honor. You use deception and trickery. This is not warfare, this is pest behavior." Anna leaned forward. "You've conquered 17 civilizations, Jathik. You've murdered billions. Did you offer them honor? Did you give them mercy?" She paused, letting the words sink in. We studied your campaigns. Every species you fought tried to be noble, to fight fairly. They lost because they cared about honor more than survival. And humans, Shathik demanded. Humans stopped caring about fighting fair about 10,000 years ago, Anna said coldly. We care about winning. We care about survival. And right now we care about making sure you never hurt anyone ever again. She cut the transmission and turned to Jackson. Signal all ships. Phase 2. From the planet below, a surprise the Kithrak never saw coming. Surface-to-space railguns hidden in the mountains and disguised as civilian infrastructure. They'd been there since the Kithrak first appeared in human space, installed on every colony world as insurance. The hypersonic slugs tore through Kithrak shields like paper. When the battle ended 3 hours later, 42 Kithrak capital ships were destroyed or captured. The survivors fled into hyperspace, their legendary armada shattered by an enemy a quarter their size. Jackson found Anna on the observation deck staring at New Terra below. The planet's lights twinkled peacefully, unaware how close they'd come to extinction. We'll hunt the rest of them, Jackson said quietly. Every Kithrak ship, every conquered world they hold. We'll free them all. Anna nodded. The Kithrak thought humans were just another soft species. They didn't understand what we are. What's that? She smiled, though it didn't reach her eyes. Humans are persistence predators, Jackson. We're not the strongest or fastest, but we never ever stop. And now the Kithrak know what every other apex predator on Earth learned. Humans don't just survive. We win. In the depths of space, fleeing toward the edges of known space, Queen Commander Jathik understood the terrible truth. The Kithrak swarm had conquered worlds across the galaxy, facing species of every description. But they'd never faced humanity before. They'd never faced a species that turned warfare itself into an art form, that embraced chaos and adaptation, that refused to die quietly. They'd never faced Earth's deadliest predator. And now, for the first time in the swarm's history, the Kithrak knew fear.